Hi my lovelies, amazing to see you. I wanted to share, as usual, some messages from the weekly Vimeo readings that I feel are pertinent. So the card on the bottom of the deck was the Ace of Swords. The root energy, which I wanted to share, was the Eight of Wands, and the outcome was the Seven of Wands. So, sorry, the cards are moving around. So that Ace of Swords really is about the truth being born, the clarity that is born and the victory that is born in our own truth, and a new sense of truth that comes from within us, and not about looking to the outside world or the other, the idea of the other, for our truth. That there really, it's the paradox that there are 8 billion perspectives, almost 8 billion perspectives, and they are all true. So really we have to honor our own truth before we can honor another's. And I think so often we look to another for guidance and truth and for all the aspects that we have within us. And that Ace of Swords can only really be born, or is often born, and it's a victorious energy, from a sense of chaos or a sense of unknowing or a sense of doubt, a sense of the unknown. Clarity is born from the unclear, and it's very important to allow that clarity and that truth of our own hearts to emerge in times when things can look a little bit uncertain. And so really it's just about holding on and finding your truth and letting your truth come out. There's a lot of awakening energy going on at the moment. A lot of people that are really just kind of waking up out of their own, I have to say, your own illusions. Our own illusions about love, what we think love is, what we think love should look like. We're breaking free of them. When we go in to ourselves, we find that love, and we think, or we realize that it's just not what we thought it was. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't require circumstance. There is no circumstance that neither supports nor denies love. None. It just expands according to its own will and its own power and its own victory. The outcome card was the Seven of Wands. So the message within this was really to fight for what you believe in, or to defend your position, to not give up, to keep going, but to be aware of what you're fighting for. And I have to say, these two cards flanking here, they are the message of what we really are fighting for this week, and what we really should be fighting for, and how we should do that. So the question is, how do I fight for what I believe in without going to war with the world? That's the question. How do I do that? And then the root energy which I wanted to share is the Eight of Wands. So this is love in action. Cupid's arrow, it's attraction. And just to be aware that love is in action this week. But again, how do we fight for, how do we act in love? How do we be passionate in love? And how do we fight for our victory of our own truth without making other people wrong without warring against others. That's really what this week is about. Right, so check that out on Vimeo. The link will be here. Other thing I wanted to share is these masculine, feminine energies that I do, and readings that I do. The masculine and feminine energies, they're within all of us. The messages can resonate for you from either side, but something that I've noticed and something I want you to do, watch this Vimeo reading, the masculine and the feminine energies. Yes, it's about you. It's about your relationships. It's about your love. It is. But these masculine and feminine energies, they affect everybody. So it's like, watch the reading, see how that masculine or feminine energy plays out within you, within your love. But how about the guy, your neighbour? There's something going on, you know, how can we be compassionate to everyone? It's basically what I'm saying is look out for how these energies are playing with everybody in your life, because it will make a huge, huge impact. That's just one thing I also wanted to share. Right, so on with the Rumi. I'm really excited again about this Rumi this week. A couple of other things as well. I did a reading on Friday for 11/11, a very powerful energy. It's also Armistice Day today, the Sunday. 11/11 really, you know, it's union, it's peace, it's togetherness. I did an 11/11 reading. I'll put the link up at the end of this reading. You'll be able to click on that. And also, do check out the monthly again. And also, I will be doing a mid-month this month. So, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Because I do think people miss them, the extra ones. And I'm going to be more spontaneous with uploading things. So just be a little bit open to that, checking in and subscribing if you haven't, so you get them, because I do want everybody to have access to these. So yes, let's pick this Rumi, but there is a special Rumi reading I did for 11/11 if you haven't seen that. Oh, and what a lovely synchronicity. Number 11, sacred convergence. So, there we go. I'll put it up there actually so we can see all these cards. Can you see it? Yes, there we go. And also, full moon this week. Big full moon this week. And, you know, there we go. It's on the card. Loving this. Let's have a little read. So, as usual, take a few deep breaths, maybe chill out. Use this as a bit of a meditative or contemplative space. Let these words wash through and into that part of you that knows, that knows truth, that knows love, that knows freedom, that knows itself, that knows you. Take this time for you. This is your time. Number 11, sacred convergence. Roaming about town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I am longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What cannot be found is what I am longing for. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine and the other the curls of the beloved. A dance like this, in the middle of the circle, is what I am longing for. How I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further, for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves to be mere reflections of the one great and true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought through the stir. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I, hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning, always I have hidden. Now I show myself to you, that you may become so filled with the same passionate devotion that I hold for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love, tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Come to me. We are to be one now, in sacred convergence of silent, eternal passion. Sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. This greater cause is both personal and impersonal. There is an aspect of joining together for common purpose, although that purpose may not be immediately obvious at a level of day-to-day consciousness. That common soul purpose may be to lift each other into greater love and self-belief, to shed fear and open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for its personal, passionate purpose. You'll have a sense when this process is happening. There will be a coming together of you with like-minded souls who hail from all walks of life, and yet together, through some invisible genius, you will help each other. You may simply be dancing in the same room, or singing in a group, or attending a class or workshop, or just visiting the same beach or parkland. But at that moment, there will be a sense of something coherent and nourishing happening at a far greater level. The trickle-down effect into your personal life will be felt too. You'll have more energy after spending time with these people, even if you don't interact very much on a personal level beyond being in the same space. You'll feel empowered to step forward on your path and love yourself with less conditions. You'll become freer to shed your fears, let go of relationships based in fear and judgment, and open up to those more loving, responsive, and inspiring to continue on your personal journey in increasingly profound ways. This oracle has come to you because you are part of a greater sacred convergence happening now. Perhaps you have already sensed its progression, or perhaps it will not be obvious to you, but the effect, whether obvious or subtle, will be important to your soul development and divine awakening. You are being asked to drop defenses and barriers towards groups of people that feel good for you. However, those that dampen your spirits or drag you down are to be dispensed with, no matter what games of blame or manipulation they may play to keep you coming back for more. No, that shall not do your soul growth now. Just step away. Turn towards those connections that feel nourishing to your soul and learn to share yourself without fear. Just be. You do not need to force the planets to spin, nor the great cycles of the soul to happen. All that is required is that you show up for what is being offered to you now. Do your part, take your steps, dance, sing, and be. Allow the gifts of sacred connection to change your world, for this is the spiritual gift presented to you now. This oracle comes with a special message. Perhaps you have been thinking about shedding lower vibrational connections based in the ego world of power games, sabotage, manipulation, and fear. Perhaps you have already begun this process, or even shed so many you are fearing you might have over-pruned to be left with nothing and no one. Do not fear, feisty angel of love. Your truth is prevailing. You cannot stay in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in a vibration of love. Whilst you learn to sustain that vibration within you until it cannot be rattled by any crisis or demand, you are wise to place yourself in more nourishing connections. If you want a plant to grow, why not give it the best soil and conditions in which to do so? Certainly, the plant of love can and will grow in the most inhospitable conditions, but it can be rather more joyful to grow in gentler, more nourishing conditions if possible. This oracle comes to you with guidance, that the possibility for more joyful relationships and growth of love within is in your power. You can choose each day, each moment. Just make a choice. Trust yourself, your discernment and your intuition, and choose. You do not owe anyone anything. Repeat this law of karma. You only owe love the chance to grow. So let that be your guiding principle now as you release the old and trust that even if your garden of relationship becomes sparse for a while, you have been cutting back unhealthy plants to allow for new life to flourish. It is only a matter of timing for the season of new life and growth to come again, and so it shall, bringing with it sacred convergence of souls on the path of love, your soul tribe, your soul family, your new tribe of those journeying upon the path of love. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I open to your grace. I hereby declare I am willing to release those connections that no longer serve my spiritual growth on the path of love. I release relationships based in fear and am open to those based in love. I surrender the need to know, to judge, to assert control, and to be in the right. I open up to tolerance, intuition, and the honoring of my heart. I open to love. Show me the way, brother of my soul. Guide me through your grace into the sacred convergence of my soul and divine love in its most gracious expression now and always. I call in my soul tribe of love and I open my heart to nourishing all connections in all ways. So be it. Close your eyes and relax with your hands resting on your heart. Do this for however long feels good for you. When you are ready, simply open your eyes. And so I feel as though that was an extremely, extremely powerful message for this time. This time is about us all coming together in this energy of love, in our own unique expression of love. We cannot find this by looking to others. We cannot find this by looking for stability in our environment. We cannot find this by looking for stability in our love or another person, any person. And now is the time for us to join together in this deep, powerful soul love. So I'm going to do a reading, a mid-month full moon reading this month. So please get ready for that this week. And I invite you again to watch the Vimeo, to join me in the creation of a community in this place. It is important that we do join together with those that are of a desire to be the change that they want to see in the world. Excuse me. It is about letting go of those things and those people that aren't what we want, that don't feel like they are a reflection of who we are and who we choose to be. The peace and the love and the joy that we want for ourselves, for everybody on the earth and for the earth itself. We can all flourish, but we do need to join together, and this is the time to join together. This is the time to unite. This is a strong energy of uniting. This is the time for the lovers to unite. A strong, united force. Love is a place that we can all go to and meet each other. Thank you so much for being here. I love you lots. And I shall see you again very soon in a few days. And also next week, and hopefully over on Vimeo in a minute. Lots of love. Take care. You're incredible. Bye.